We had an event for my daughter's school yesterday. Some of the other dads are gamers. They asked, hey, they know I'm a gamer. They say, what have you been playing lately? I tell them about Blueprints. They're like, oh, that sounds really cool. Anything else? And then I got to tell them, can you imagine the look on their face when I tell them I've been playing a game called Nubby's Number Factory, and then they go to the Steam app on their phone and look it up and go, what is this? And I'm like, it's like you ever heard of Peggle or like Pachinko? It's kind of like Pachinko mixed with like Cookie Clicker. Like the numbers get really big. They get it, they're gamers too. But there was a little bit of I don't want to say a barrier to entry, but at first it was like, I was like, don't write it off because of the aesthetic.
Challenges.
Challenge accepted. Wait, have we done? Oh no, I thought we did all the challenges. So Chiblee, the only one Chiblee's not done is expiration date, right? We've done all these. Phoebe mode. If you start a round with more than one item in your inventory, all items will be disabled for the round.
Go.
I don't really know what to do about that, man. Early cheese house is kind of, I guess it's like the meta for every single run, but I don't know what you do there. There's whispers of a new gambling roguelike called Clover Pit. Keep it in your wheelhouse. Can I say something? I don't mean to make you offended, but this happens a lot, and it happened specifically with this game. People said, hey, NL, have you heard of this game? You should play it. And then I asked Chiblee about it, and he goes, yeah, it's not out yet. And I go, well, why the heck is everyone bugging me to play it? And he goes, because they saw me play the demo. And I go, oh, okay. When it comes out, I'll play it, man. But I'm like, I'm not gonna dedicate the whole stream to the demo. I'll eat the whole steak when it comes out. I don't need to smell the pan. Half sword, first off, you're disrespecting Nubby. Please stop. Enjoy the Nubby you have, not the half sword you don't. Secondly, I played a lot of games like half sword. If people are into them, that's great, and I wish them no disrespect. For me, I find it like, I don't know, not to hit the word of the day, ephemeral. Like when I play games like that, like the physics-based combat games, I feel like my brain is temporarily coated in Teflon and they can't find a way to get in. It doesn't make me superior to the game. I wish that there was an easier way for me to get enjoyment out of it. But I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm having like a little bit of fun hitting this dude in the face with like a mace or something, but I don't think I could see myself really doing it for like more than 15 minutes. 25% chance to force trigger the item in slot 3. Now, they put like an item in it or something like that. You know the type of stuff that I'm saying. If they put an item in it that maybe like gave you like a bubble shield that protected you from like your first hit of damage, and then maybe like an item in it that like increased your damage or something like that, and maybe an item that made your speed got a little higher after you picked it up. Maybe it was shaped like a belt or something. Then we'd be talking. Maybe if there were cards. Yeah, maybe if there were cards. That's a good bit, but what if it was like a gooner instead? Maybe this game looks good, but what if they were to put in like a lady wearing a weird dress, like a dress that like a maid might have worn but has actually never worn? And what if her breasts were just so large, so impossibly large that it boggled the mind? I'm not talking large breasts. I'm talking the bigger breasts than have ever existed on planet Earth, and they were inexplicably attached to the frame of like a 90-pound wayfish girl wearing like sort of not something like an impractical maid would wear. Like if you were going out as a maid for Halloween, this is something that you might wear. Not something if you were doing any actual labor, within the house or outside of it, but you're good for survival. Played Rivals off stream then? You got the wrong guy. Do you feel like you've lost in international relations when you spill your seed to a foreign developed goon game like that? You feel like you've... you feel like you're letting your country down? A little bit? I can understand that. I know it's a strange thing to feel. What are you talking about? I don't know. It just feels like... I don't know how to explain it, to be honest with you. I was gonna say you should be a real patriot and jerk it to, you know, pornographic stuff made in the country that you live in. But then I was like, that's not fair to NetEase, because I don't even think they made Marvel Rivals for gooning. I think that they underestimated the capacity of the modern day gooner. They were like, people will have fun with the mechanics of this game, and then like after it came out, they were like, oh my god, what have we done? Early poop bug could be good, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, man. You're insanely naive, my friend. I mean, you're the one spending your money on it. I was at an Easter egg hunt this weekend, man. I was talking to people who, like, you know, they work in like finance and stuff like that, like real individuals. Older I get, increasingly, I don't really know that much about what goes on online. The only thing I know is what you tell me. Usually something related to like Barstool Sports. I work in finance. Yeah, changing the font choice on Google Finance, maybe. Just kidding. That's probably actually like a really good job. Maybe that's not actually an insult. That's kind of complimentary, I guess. But I mean, you got the cafeteria, right? It's got perks. I'm fucking rich, dude. 60 coins? We don't really want anything else. I want to save up for the shop and buy foods. We're going off, man. Does NL show ads to people who are subscribed? Because I just got served an ad. My spirit is clean. I don't show the ads. I tell Twitch to show the ads. But also, you don't have a subscriber icon next to your name. So maybe I'm misinterpreting your sentence, but I think that you got shown an ad because you're not subscribed. Which is, I mean, that sucks. But you can always take solace in the fact that the advertisements don't work anyway. You ever think about that? Just gotta be honest with you, man. It's gonna be hard to beat Poop Butt. So I think, like, I'd take you and sell you. I shouldn't have spent the money on the coin in the first place. I buy everything advertised to me. Me watching Family Feud, trying to figure out how to join the American military as a Canadian citizen. Sadly, to me, this is a skip. We want to stack up void perks. If that were fucking true, by the way, you'd be buying a shitload of head-on applied directly to the forehead. At least if you're watching the same type of shit that I was watching as a kid. I was watching a fuckload of Price is Right. It's kind of a sad story, because like we would always, in college, once a semester, we would take like a day off from classes and get drunk at 11 a.m. watching The Price is Right. And then like, it kind of dawns on you, like all the ads are for Alcoholics Anonymous. And you're like, I mean, it didn't affect us because we were like 20. And that shit can't hurt you at that age, obviously. You're a medical marvel. But like, you're like, damn, if we were still doing this at 28, that would be a scary thought. But whatever, come on down. That's it. When he says come on down, that's a drink. When someone drinks, or when someone bids $1 over somebody else, that's a drink. If somebody gets the price exactly right, that's a drink, obviously. That's you finish your drink, because that's a pretty rare one. If someone spins $1, like even, and they get the prize on the wheel, you finish your drink. You see the Alcoholics Anonymous ad, you finish your drink. Oh, we're going to the fucking moon here. Forget that. Alright. I think we just won the challenge, man. Ah, that won't be necessary. Ah, that won't be necessary. Quack. We need something to replace poop butt, but it doesn't have to be yet. What would it possibly be? I don't know. I'm waiting for someone in chat to tell me so I can steal their answer and pretend like I'm the Nubby guru. Hold. Pants is essentially the only item that can win this. You know what? One person, actually 2 people have said it. I'm willing to give them a chance on this one. Interesting question. Are you lactose intolerant? Yeah, a little bit. But like, who isn't these days, man? If you're not a little lactose intolerant, you're probably not having any fun. Not yet. Sure, send it. Randomizes all items in your inventory. No shot, bro. I hate you. I hate you. NLY? It's 50-50, bro. How could I lose? The odds were in my favor. Hold. I don't think I'm lactose intolerant. Like, I'm not the type of lactose intolerant that's like if I eat cheese, I get diarrhea. I'm the type of lactose intolerant that's like if my wife gets a strawberry milkshake from McDonald's and then she only drinks half of it, I'm like, I shouldn't drink the rest of the milkshake or I'll have diarrhea tomorrow. But then I drink the rest of the milkshake and I have a little bit of diarrhea in the morning. That's my degree of lactose intolerance. What the fuck? I'm fucking broke, dude. I never should have gotten rid of poop butt. You scammed me. Oh, maybe you're chill. Oh, fuck. Sounds like you could just drink a milkshake. Ain't that the truth, man? Lactate, kind of nice for that. I'm really trying hard to break the cycle of being one of those like middle-aged motherfuckers who's like, anytime we go out to eat, I need to have like Tums first. And it probably is not like a big deal, but to me that feels like that's how I'm really gonna know that I'm getting old. It's like getting gray pubes, but in your stomach. It's like, just doesn't feel like it's hard for me to accept, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. What do you mean by that? Well, it's like you could deny or at least dampen your self-perception of your own aging, but when you like look down at your penis and there's gray hair coming off of it, you're like, fuck, I'm fucking old, man. I think it's the same thing if you're like, I can't go to, sure, we can go out for pizza, but first I gotta bring my like, what is it, my Prilosec or something? I don't know. I guess that's probably like actual medication, but I don't want I just don't want it to happen to me if possible. Maybe we'll just keep stacking kebabs, man. Yeah, my cheese eating pills. I don't know if I could bring myself to do it, man. Weird take. I hate this current state of online discourse. People don't argue with arguments anymore. They just hear a joke and go, weird take. Gen Z, I'm so sorry. I'm trying my best, okay? Because I know that it's not your fault because you grew up in an era of like, hey, like your argument is probably sound, but I'm gonna like moralize to you, which means that I'm correct. But like we could get past it, man. We could get past it together. What did I do? I don't know. You're probably cool. Whatever. How many months subscribed? It is the Krungo generation, man. Not because they're Krungo, but because they type Krungo. It's gotta, I'm sorry, it's gotta be kebab. It's gotta be kebab. I want upgraded pants, but it's gotta be kebab. There's no point in even re-rolling. We got 0 coins. Don't look to me as a millennial who killed the chain restaurant industry, man. I didn't kill the chain restaurant industry. I'm going out to eat at the White Spot. I didn't kill the napkin industry. We got the fucking Royal Dinette or whatever napkins in our house. I do think, however, if you ever order delivery food, you probably never need to buy napkins. Because, like, I feel like every time we get delivery, they put, like, 50 to 100 napkins inside of the bag. So if you just get a napkin holder, like, you're ahead of the game. Pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it. What are paper towels for? That's kind of Krungo. Honestly, you could just use like a reusable rag or something like that. And then wash it in the washing machine instead of using paper towels. Who's the Krungo now? I thought these were enchanted. Why did the pants have particle effects coming? Did I get an NFT? It's an upgrade? Man, they thought of everything. Can we have a nuanced discussion about one aspect of delivery food without everybody losing their minds, by the way? This might be not Vancouver exclusive, but kind of specific to Vancouver to a certain extent, because we outlawed plastic bags. Outlawing plastic bags is good, but I think it's also one of those things that it just goes to show you, like, there's knock-on effects to everything that you can't really predict until you get downstream of, like, a policy being passed. So now, the delivery doesn't come in plastic bags. What companies have done to adapt is develop very, very thin, quote-unquote reusable bags that they put the food in, and it feels like there's one single line of atoms connecting the two sides of the bag before it like rips open and all the food spills out the bottom. And then on the bag in big green print, it says like, please reuse. And I'm like, this is just you've given me a single use bag that is not plastic now that you could not possibly reuse. Like, it's so flimsy, I couldn't put anything that weighs like more than helium into this. And I'm like, I can't, just to me, I'd be surprised if this bag was like substantially more environmentally friendly than a plastic bag. I mean, I know plastic is really bad, but like, I don't know what this shit is made of. It's like it's made by like a sorceress or something. I don't know. No paper? Sometimes you get paper. I'll give you that. Sometimes you do get paper. I would say it's like 50-50 whether you get the fake like Walmart style reusable bag or you get a paper bag. Paper bag is good. But then I'm always like, do you have to pull the staples out of the paper bag before you put it in the recycling? Like, am I gonna gum up the city works if I just pop the staples off where they stapled it and then put it into the recycling? You gotta remove the staples too. I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna be pissed off about it. That's crazy. Probably can't afford it. No, you don't get fined here if you don't recycle properly. It would be worse. You would definitely be like a social outcast if like your neighbors saw you not recycle properly. Like, you can replace money, but replacing the opinions of the people that you live next to is like priceless. But I remain to recycling enjoyer. Even though my wife told me yesterday she saw a video from Vancouver where the news followed a recycling truck. And I don't know if this is real, okay? But she said the news followed a recycling truck. Well, it picked up all the recycling and then they drove it to the landfill and just dumped it into the landfill. And I went, I can hear you and I believe what you're saying. I truly do. But I'm choosing not to let that enter my psyche because it would affect my habits in a way that would debase my personality a little bit. I'm gonna maintain my frame of believing that when I wash out the yogurt containers, they're actually making it to the, like some kind of, a building I've never seen before, where they take the yogurt. Do I really have a big ant on me? Ah! What the? Ah! I thought you were trolling me, man. What the hell? Now it's on my back. I can't even see it. Whatever. I looked at the camera and I was like, I'm not that freaked out by ants. Worms piss me off, not ants. I'm more like, what the heck? Like, you're gonna think that this is me making it up? Our house is clean as fuck. What is an ant doing here, man? I guess life just finds a way. It was like, we cleaned our house last weekend, because it was like when we clean it. And normally we wait like 2 weeks in between big cleanings. But then we had other parents over yesterday. So you know that we were cleaning that shit again. You know how it is. Fellas. Bringing other parents over into your house is basically, it's like ranked adulting. To put it in the Gen Z type parlance, it's ranked adulting. Like if it was casual adulting, if you just had like, you know, a random person coming over for a minute, you'd be like, oh, if it's a little untidy, it's okay. But if you got other parents, it's ranked. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's chill. He's chill. Basically, you're always cleaning. I would push back on that. As an adult, you're not always cleaning. You're sometimes cleaning, but you really are always tidying. Cleaning and tidying are, and I don't think this is a strange take, they're two very different things to me. Tidying is like putting stuff where it belongs and making sure surfaces are like clear. And you always have to be doing that at a certain point because like otherwise, like if you're, oh, 1 second. It's a skip, unfortunately. Otherwise the house just like entropy takes over, especially if you have a kid. When you're in like, when you get to that next level of adulting, not to shame anybody, but that next level of adulting is like, hey, it's time to actually like clean. It's time to bust out the solvents that are probably gonna like contribute to an early grave. Why am I rolling like it matters? We take those. Yeah, then there's organizing. Organizing is more similar to tidying, but is not the same as tidying. Because organizing involves, I would say, like reworking the system that is at the foundation of tidying. Organizing is like changing where things go. Tidying is putting things back where they go. I'm like a once-a-year organization type of guy, but I'm happy to report, like last year, I reorganized like my closet and my shelves. And people were like, how long is that gonna last? I said, maybe 2 weeks. It's been a year and the system is still holding, man. The underwear is still all where it belongs. The socks are where they belong. And in the closet, the collared shirts are grouped. The polos are grouped. The sweatshirts are grouped. The hoodies are grouped. I built a system that I personally could adhere to. How often you cleaning out the fridge? I'd say once every 4 months these days. But it's because there are some things like different people get triggered by like different levels of mess in the house. For me, it's the fridge. Like, I can't deal. As soon as I have like 2 days in a row where I'm like, why can't I put shit in the fridge? That's when I'm like, it's all coming out. But there's always tidying that happens in the fridge. You know, if leftovers have been in there for like a week, I toss the leftovers. If I got 2 ketchup bottles for some reason, the ketchup bottle with the closer expiration date is getting dumped. But like a real clean, that's like 3 times a year. And then it's one of the most rewarding chores, in my opinion, because when you fucking get the fridge clean and then you go grocery shopping and you fill it with like Mr. Chai City levels of beverages, oh man. You're like, I got space for the cold brew, I got space for the almond milk, I got space for the Coke Zero, I got space for the seltzer. Tonight, everybody eats. Huge round. Yeah, I'm a fridge ketchuper. I don't know. I don't really eat the ketchup. My wife wants it in the fridge. We put it in the fridge. Hang on, we're about to win. Don't really need rare items, honestly. We do need more kebabs. I don't know what I'm looking for. There's no need to even look. There is no need to be upset. Remember that? Gorilla Munch or whatever it was called? Tony. It's a song about a supervillain named Tony. It's called Tony's Theme. It's unmakeable. Tony might ruin my life, man. Stop making him one. I need to see the 2 milli close to the top. Okay, this one's probably not gonna do it. You need to die faster. Wow, great advice. Insanely good advice. Thank you so much. It turns out it's that easy. Challenge beat Phoebe mode. All he had to do was die. Well, that's a lot less work. We ought to give it a try. They were spitting with that one. Wow, NL, so true, so true. Oh, really? You just so trued Hamilton, boomer. Gotcha! You put some respect on Hamilton. No, I hate it, but I've never seen it. You couldn't handle it, buddy. You would be in tears. You'd probably be in tears by dear Theodosia, and the waterworks would not stop until she said the orphanage. Okay? He made me woke. He made me woke. Okay, let's throw a slash marker in here.